Welcome to the 2023 OCAA Softball Championships hosted by Humber College. This is Game 6, which includes the Durham Lords and the St. Clair Saints. First things first, here is the starting lineup for Durham. Batting first, number 16, Gracie Hearns. Batting second, number 23, Jessica Green. Batting third, number 19, Jocelyn Shelton. Batting fourth, number 29, Sydney Reddick. Batting fifth, number 21, Chelsea Oak. Batting sixth, number 9, Hannah Oak. Batting seventh, number 8, Kaylee McIntyre. Batting eighth, number 32, Riley Easton. And batting ninth, number 18, Natalie Clemens. Here is the starting lineup for the St. Clair Saints. Batting first, number 28, Shaylin Murphy. Batting second, number 16, Sierra Baltzer. Batting third, number 55, Amy Clayton. Batting fourth, number 13, Brianna Kressler. Batting fifth, number 26, Ashley Ventura. Batting sixth, number 1, Olivia Peterson. Batting seventh, number 12, Jacqueline Uchin. Batting eighth, number 8, Madison Barber. And batting ninth, number 18, Judy LaFleur. We invite your attention to the pitcher's mound, where we will have a brief ceremony for our OCAA League Award winners. Please welcome for the third time, Ray Chateau, Athletic Director of Humber College, to present the awards. These awards are voted by a representative from each school in the league. First, for the Saints, we would like to invite the head coach from St. Clair up to take a picture with the winners. Our first award is for the OCAA Softball All-Rookie Team. Ashley Ventura. Now for our second team All-Stars, McKenna Copley, Judy LaFleur, and Jacqueline Uchin. And the St. Clair Saints first team All-Stars include Sierra Baltzer, Brianna Kressler, Shaylin Murphy, and Ashley Ventura. Finally, our last award for the Saints goes to the OCAA batting champion. Please welcome from the St. Clair Saints, Amy Clayton.
Over here, guys. Ready?
Now for the awards for the Durham Lords. Can we please have the head coach join us to take a picture with the athletes? First, for the all-rookie team, Chelsea Oak and Jessica Green. Now for the second team All-Stars, Jessica Green, Chelsea Oak, Morgan Salter, and Jocelyn Shelton. is Durham's first team All-Stars, Emily Glendenning and Grace Hearn. Our next award is for OCAA Player of the Year. Third-year player, one of Durham's captains, and truly a five-tool player. For the last 2 seasons, this athlete has been at the top of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, triples, and stolen bases. Please give it up for your OCAA Player of the Year from the Durham Lords, Grace Hearn. Lastly, we would like to congratulate the Durham Lords on being the regular season champions and finishing with a record of 22 wins and 2 losses. Can we please have the captains of the Lords come up to receive the plaque? That concludes the OCAA award ceremonies. Congratulations to all the winners, and we look forward to a great game.
Welcome into Connorvale Park here on this Friday evening. Game 4 of the day, game 6 of the tournament between the St. Clair Saints and the Durham Lords. Kyle Dalton alongside Zach Benoit for this game. And Zach, we just had a nice ceremony for the provincial OCAA awards, and I tell you what, there was a lot of them that we just saw.
And if you're just tuning in, you missed them all. Well, we'll start with the all-rookie teams. For the side of Durham, it was Jessica Green and Chelsea Oak. And for the side of St. Clair, Ashley Ventura. Then you go over to the second team all-stars, McKenna Copley for St. Clair, Judy LaFleur, and Jacqueline Uchin, all for the St. Clair Saints. And for the Durham Lords, Morgan Salter, Chelsea Oak, and Jessica Green. That doesn't end there. To the first team all-stars. For the side of the Durham Lords, Emily Glendenning, Gracie Hearns. And for the side of St. Clair, Ashley Ventura, Shaylin Murphy, Brianna Kressler, and Sierra Baltzer. That wasn't all. There was also the league championship plaque displayed and given to the Durham Lords for winning regular season. And then the big award and a huge congratulations to Gracie Hearns for winning OCAA Women's Softball Player of the Year.
And have a good look here at Emily Glendenning. And Glendenning, one of the top pitchers in the OCAA. She had the best ERA at .53. Had 40 innings of work, 48 strikeouts, 9 walks. The ace on the mound for the Durham Lords faces off against a very tough St. Clair team. This is the top 2 teams in the OCAA. They're very familiar with each other, and we're expecting a good matchup between these 2 teams here this evening.
Not only the top 2 teams in the OCAA, but the top 2 teams in all of Canada. St. Clair won the national championship and I believe it was 2-3 weeks ago in British Columbia, and finishing second, well, none other than the Durham Lords. So we're in for a phenomenal game here between the top 2 teams in this country for collegiate softball.
It's a treat here this evening. Both teams finished with exact same records as Glendenning's first pitches hit for a base hit as Shaylin Murphy opens things up for the St. Clair Saints with a leadoff single over the head of Easton out at short.
Wasting no time right there is first team all-star Shaylin Murphy. And that's what she's done all season long. You see batting .505, and she gets on base. Led the squad with 46 hits.
She's a threat to run as well. Sierra Baltzer up at the plate now, takes a ball. And these 2 teams finished with a similar record, 22-2, but Durham won 2 of the 3 games these two teams faced throughout the season, so they got the tiebreaker. And you saw during the ceremony they picked up the first place award for winning the OCAA. Ball in the dirt, good block there from McIntyre.
And you mentioned Sierra Balzer up to bat here, third-year player. I chatted with her before the season, and she's told me, scared about going to a slump. Well, the season stats for Balzer show that the slump never happened. You look at what she was able to do with the bat, 43 runs scored. That led the OCAA, 39 hits, 506 average, 547 on base, and a slugging over 1,000.
Yeah, one of the top hitters in the league, and Glendinning working quickly, not wasting any time. Once she gets the ball, she's ready to go. 3-2. Big swing from Balzer, goes down swing. Glendinning picks up her first strikeout of the evening.
For St. Clair, number 55, Amy
Yeah, you want to talk about two absolute juggernauts going at it? Well, these two teams, they are going to be going back and forth.
So this will bring up Amy Clayton, and she picks up right where she left off last game. Some big hits, a home run, and a double, and now she has a single on the first pitch she sees. The offensive player of the year just showing it off right there.
And it just seems the ball explodes off the bat of Clayton whenever she makes good contact. Like you said, we saw the frozen rope 3-run homer she hit against Humber, and wasting no time here.
And the Saints right now coming up swinging. Glendinning has Kressler up at the plate now. Big swing up to center field. Going to a nice grab out there in center. As tracking it down, Jocelyn Shelton makes the grab and takes away extra bases from Kressler. So that'll bring up Ashley Ventura, the catcher. Takes that one upstairs for a ball. And Glendinning in trouble right now, but a fly out of Kressler. One pitch away from getting herself out of this. Big swing from Ventura.
Look at the statistics for both squads. A lot of RBIs scored between the two teams.
Ventura rips that one foul. And Ventura usually around this middle of the lineup for the St. Clair Saints. And she had her share of RBIs throughout the season with 24.
Talk about RBI, St. Clair finished over 231. And right behind him, Durham Lords, 193.
Glendinning's offering in the dirt, good block from McIntyre. Big pitch here, 2-2. You know Glendinning doesn't want the runners going. And the runners will be going now, 3-2. 2 down. Shaylin Murphy, lots of speed out at second. A base hit, she'll be scoring. Here's the offering from Glendinning. Tapped foul. Off a member of the coaching staff on that Durham side. Everyone looks to be all right.
Yeah, gotta have your head on a swivel over there. Looked like hit her off the elbow, and she says, I'm okay.
So here's the 3-2 once again. Runners go, swing and a miss. Glendinning gets herself out of it. A couple singles, but she strikes out 2 and gets her offense back into the dugout.
Yeah, 2 really big strikeouts here, and it shows why she was one of the best pitchers in the OCAA. Look at this first one here. Inside breaker, just cuts under the bat of Balzer, and then the strikeout on Ventura. Almost the same thing, but goes with a high riser and gets her chasing.
So now we get a treat on the other side as McKenna Copley hits the mound for the St. Clair Saints, and she's had a tremendous season for herself as well on the side of the green home side.
Yeah, you look at some of her stats, 68 2/3 innings pitched, 20 appearances, 16 games started, 13-1 record. Dominance from McKenna Copley all year long. A 2:04.
Durham Lord's offense. We saw it earlier today, Zach. Their offense is potent, and Copley's got her hands full this evening. So this offense for the Durham Lords will get going with OCAA Player of the Year, Gracie Hearns, and a tremendous season for her. And the postseason, she's left off right where the regular season left off. And she takes the opening pitch just low from Copley.
Yeah, you said it. OCAA Softball Player of the Year, and those accolades were well earned. I mean, she had a heck of a season. 529 batting average.
And she swings and fouls that one back. Copley's got good speed on the mound.
And we'll keep bringing it up, but it's going to be a juggernaut fight between these two teams.
Who's going to give in first? Hearns over the right side, tapped off the glove, and her speed not, it looked like the umpire was going to give it the big old "you're out," but changed his mind at the last second as Hearns beats it out.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get another look at the replay here, but you got to tip your cap right there to first baseman Jacqueline Uchin. Makes the diving knockdown, couldn't get enough of it to grab it and go back to the base, but Hearns, the speed that she possesses right there.
Yeah, once that bobble happens, it's tough to get the speedy Hearns, and the Lords threatening early on here. First batter, they got a base runner, and that'll bring up Jessica Green at third base today. There goes Hearns. Throw down. Nobody there. Hearns thought about going to third, but she'll hold up and just pick up the stolen base. So a runner in scoring position for Durham.
Yeah, wasting no time. Gracie Hearns, show why she won that award. Talked about it. 26 stolen bases on the year. She is fast, to say the least.
So Copley in trouble early on.
High
Bunt shown, yeah, heads up.
Ooh.
As Hearns moves up to third on the wild pitch. And Green now with the count in her favor. And we're going to get a meeting on the mound here as some trouble early on for McKenna Copley in the first.
And something we haven't really seen out of McKenna Copley all year. We'll take another look here at the play at first. Again, hard hit ball. Uchin just grabbed it but couldn't get enough of it. Oh yeah, it looked like a tie right there, so tie goes to the runner.
Bang, bang play. So eventually the Lords get Hearns to come around to third after the stolen base and the wild pitch. And a long meeting on the mound here. St. Clair threatened in their half of the first inning, but Glendinning was able to get herself out of it with a couple strikeouts. Copley will hope to do the same, but she's got work to do down in the count against Jessica Green. So the count's 1-1.
Jessica Green, she's batting a little lower in the lineup against earlier today, and the good performance boosts her up to the second spot. And then it looks like they put Natalie Clemens down to number 9. And we saw with Judy LaFleur against the Hawks, having a good number 9 hitter to bring back to the top of the order, it's pretty impactful.
1-2 now from Copley. Tap to the right side, pass Uchin, and past Barber at second. So a couple bobbles gives the Lords the early 1-0 lead here in the first.
And again, it just kind of seems like Durham has come out with a little bit more fire in this game that St. Clair has. We saw earlier this season, these two teams faced off in Durham, and well, the Lords took both of those. It's going to be a fist fight.
This game's definitely far from over. Both teams going to trade punches, but the Lords strike first. An error from Uchin leads to a run.
Thinking about going there.
Green, thought about going and holds back. So Jocelyn Shelton, center fielder. Big bat in this lineup. Look to keep the inning going. St. Clair still looking for the first out. Bunted foul from Shelton.
Trying to push that down the first base line. Not a bad strategy. You see how far in Brianna Kressler's playing at third. So anything that comes to her, and we know she has a really good arm, it's almost like an automatic out at that point.
Looks like on that one she's trying to push it over to the first base side to make Uchin corral it. Let's see what she does here. 0-1 from Copley. Swinging away is Shelton, but she fouls it off. McKenna Copley, she's throwing strikes. Give her credit for that. Defense has just struggled a tad over that right side, allowing a few runs to score, or one run rather, as Shelton chases that one, and Copley picks up her first strikeout of the game and the first out for the St. Clair Saints.
Yeah, usually when a pitch like that happens, you think it's a fastball or a rise ball. That time looked like an off-speed, completely fooled Jocelyn Shelton. Nice pitch mix right there by McKenna Copley.
Yeah, she was swinging no matter what and got caught, and this will bring up big power hitter Sydney Reddick. Fantastic season for herself, and now she's got a chance to bring home a run. Big swing from Reddick. Good pitch from Copley.
Saw her have a big bop earlier today. Pulled a fastball over that left field wall. Wasted no time.
3 home runs during the regular season. Like you said, one earlier, and that one way over the head. The wild pitch, seen 2 of those already from Copley, allows Green to move up to second. So now runner in scoring position, a big play there. Single could score Green. Pitch from Copley, misses, and another pitch that gets away. This time it's a pass ball from Ashley Ventura, and just like that, Green is at third base with less than 2 outs.
It looked like it handcuffed Ventura. She tried to go back instead of rotating the handover and just handcuffed her.
So the infield so 2 balls, 1 strike here as we're just getting confirmed with the count. Infield playing in on the corners, give up an out, or give up a run for an out up the middle. There's the 2-1, tapped foul. Now it goes to 2-2 on Sydney Reddick. 4.11 average throughout the regular season. A good postseason so far, looking to keep it going for the Lords. Pitch from Copley, back up the middle where it came from, as Sydney Reddick delivers the RBI single, and the Lords take a 2-0 lead here in the first.
She's been swinging a hot bat for the postseason. Saw it in the first game, and she's continuing the trend here. Sydney Reddick, good job of just taking it where it came from, right back up the middle.
So this will bring up Chelsea Oak, and she had a heck of a game in game number 1 against Mohawk. She pitched a fantastic performance and also hit a home run to pick up player of the game as she fouls that one off herself.
Did a little bit of everything for her squad in that match.
Well, she's got a chance to bring in a run as the Oak sisters batting behind each other. Hannah Oak on deck, Chelsea Oak at the plate. 0-1 from Copley. Ripped foul behind the plate. And Copley gets ahead 0-2. Reddick at first, 0-2. Coming from Copley. Misses upstairs. Oak able to hold back.
Good job to lay off that high riser.
1-2 now from Copley. Battle to the right side, a base hit. Reddick will look to third. She'll hold up at second. And a good piece of hitting, a two-strike single for Chelsea Oak.
Takes it the other way, and just seems that might be the game plan for the Durham Lords. Hit everything towards that first base side. Looks like it'll just be a player meeting on the mound unless there is a coach coming out. Nope, just the player meeting.
The already one mound visit, don't want to come out unless you're thinking of pulling Copley here early on in the first. In trouble. Got a nice strikeout of Shelton, but 3 hits in the inning, 3 singles, and Durham threatening once again.
And whoever called them out in the meeting here, whether it be Kressler or Yuchen or who, it's just a very heads-up idea, you know. A lot of veteran presence on that field right there. You have Brianna Kressler in her 5th year, Yuchen in her 4th. A lot of good voices to listen to say, hey, listen, you know, slow things down. You know you're a good pitcher. Just execute a good at-bat right here.
And Copley's throwing strikes. The Lords are just finding the holes, putting the ball in play. As now it's Hannah Oak who takes ball 1.
Looks like Copley's trying to come down and in on these hitters and just keeps handcuffing a little bit Ashley Ventura.
That Lords bench is loud right now, and a big swing from Oak fouls it back.
I said it, they came out with a little bit more fire, it seems like, and that's kind of transcribed to what we've seen on the field. The Lords up to an early 2-0 lead and still only 1 out.
The winner of this game will put themselves in prime position and go right to the finals with 2 losses in the bank. As Copley's pitch runs in on the hands of Oak, she fouls it off. The loser will face off against Humber in the elimination game tomorrow. So lots at stake here in this one.
Yeah, it's the 3 best teams remaining in all of Canada.
Copley's 1-2, fouled off by Oak at the plate. Stays alive.
That's just a fantastic job by Hannah Oak. She saw the break of it late, was very out in front, but still manages to get a piece of the ball.
So that was an off speed from Copley. See if they go back to the riser. Or back to the off speed. It's a fastball, and once again, Oak able to foul it off. Copley having to work here in this first inning. High, stressful inning. It's been a long one, and still only 1 out. 1-2, up and away. Good eye from Hannah Oak.
It's just, again, Durham putting up phenomenal at-bats right here. I mean, so far, 1 through 5, it's just been challenging for Copley to really do anything.
Making her work here. She'll step off and try to get on the same page with Ventura. Only out of the inning so far from Jocelyn Shelton, a strikeout. Copley looking for another. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Oak can't hold it back on the riser. And Copley does it herself and picks up her second strikeout.
Great location there on the rise ball. Hannah Oak, a little bit taller, you know, so a little bit of a bigger zone. And you see even that rise ball still finishing at her eyes. So when it's coming in, you see it coming in your sweet spot, and then it rises over above your barrel, and it's too late because you're already pulling the trigger.
So that's a big out for the Saints, and that'll bring up the catcher, Kaylee McIntyre, excuse me, as she fouls that one back. McIntyre, one of the best defensive catchers in the league in her 5th year, but has an opportunity here at the plate to drive another run. As she cues that one up in the air, Copley will take it herself. So 2 strikeouts in the inning, but the Durham Lords come up firing. 3 singles, and now lead this one by a score of 2-0. As you get a good look at how the runs came into score. As it began there, Jessica Green reached on the air, allowed Gracie Hearns to come in to score.
And you see the bench absolutely fired up, and then Sydney Reddick takes that ball right back up the middle. Again, not a lot of hard contact is what we saw off McKenna Copley. It's just more so singles, but doing the job the entire time.
Now they're putting the ball in play, the Lords, even with the 2 strikeouts that they had. Putting the ball in play and leads to good things, and that's what happened for Durham. So a long first inning ends with a 2-0 Lords lead as we head to the top of the second, and Emily Glendinning, after sitting for quite a while during that half inning, comes back out for her second inning of work.
And still having to wait just a little bit longer because, well, the catcher was the last out.
So here we go. It'll be 6, 7, 8 in this St. Clair lineup. And Zach, we both know with how the offense works for the Saints, this game is far from over. Both teams going to exchange punches throughout the game. Durham opens it up with the first blow and lead 2-0. So Olivia Peterson playing in left field here in tonight's game. Can't hold back on that swing.
And you can see the frustration on the face of Peterson there. Didn't want to go around, but again, it's that rise ball. It comes in right where you want it, and then by the time it gets to you, it's out your head.
And the Saints are in tough right now as this one over to short. It's bobbled there by Easton. So the Saints rather pick up a base runner to open up the top of the second.
For St. Clair, number 12, Jacqueline Uchin.
So the air from Easton, something you don't see too often, could change the momentum a little bit as Uchin steps up to the plate with a big swing.
Chasing that high fastball. And this could be a chance here for the Saints to try to get something rolling here. Peterson, good speed. Uchin, good bat to ball skills. 367 average on the season.
And she's going up there hacking 2 big swings, 2 swings and misses as Glendinning battles.
It was a little bit of a tough break in that inning at first base for her, so trying to come up big for her squad to help out.
That one just misses on the outside corner. Glendinning thought she had it. Good eye from Uchin, and yeah, a couple tough plays for her in the field, looking to respond up at the plate. That one gets by McIntyre, which allows Olivia Peterson to move up to second on the play, so nobody out and a runner in scoring position for the Saints.
Yeah, all we've really seen, it kind of seems the Lords are falling a little bit.
Uchin, drive to left field, going back at the track, enough room there out in left field for Natalie Clemens. She makes the grab, and the first out of the inning.
Good power on display there, just couldn't get it enough under it. It was a good swing, stayed back on her back foot. More so just kind of didn't explode afterwards, and that's kind of why it hung up there in left field.
So this will bring up Madison Barber with 1 away. Second year out of Caledon.
.444 batting average.
And Barber, big swing, fouls it off.
And again, you'll kind of see a theme here with all the St. Clair batters. The on base sitting around 400 to 500. Barber, 510. Gets on base over half the time she steps up.
Big swing for Barber through the left side. A base hit past Easton as Peterson moves up to third on the play, and a couple plays over to Easton at short that she can't come up with allows first and third for the St. Clair Saints.
Yeah, the only issue really with that play there with Easton, you don't want to come up with your glove. When you're going to backhand, you want to completely come through the ball. You do like that, you can get a good backhand, but coming up like that, it allows for it to sneak underneath, trying to predict the hop.
Yeah, she was waiting for that hop that never came. So the Saints right now, after giving up 2 runs in the home half of the first, respond with a base hit and now have runners on the corners with 1 away for Judy LaFleur, and it's the number 9 hitter, Zach, and you think if you're on the Lord side, oh, this could be a good thing, try to get a ground ball. But Judy LaFleur, one of the best hitters on this Saints team.
Yeah, we're seeing a great postseason from LaFleur out of the 9 spot, and it's just such an important factor when you can have a number 9 hitter that's able to flip the lineup like LaFleur was able to do in that first game against Humber. It adds so much more depth to your team that wasn't there before.
18, Judy LaFleur.
So here is LaFleur. Emily Glendinning, a .53 ERA throughout the regular season. In trouble now. Bunting down is LaFleur, and it just rolls foul as a collision there with Kaylee McIntyre. And
looks like she got her foot stepped on by her teammate.
yeah, it looked like Jessica Green at third that was coming in. Hopefully she's got the plastic spikes on.
Yeah, I think she said the metal cleats on my toes, if I heard correctly.
So umpire's giving her a half second. Looks to be okay. Nice effort there from Judy LaFleur. The bunt almost stayed fair. Just rolled foul. Not showing here. Takes a strike on the outside corner. So the count moves to 0-2 just like that.
Yeah, if Clayton in the first game didn't have the big bop and the 4 RBIs, honestly, in my mind, player of the game would have went to Judy LaFleur.
She takes that one up high for ball 1. And Glendinning only gave up 6 runs throughout the regular season. 3 of those were earned. And this one's tapped to the left side. Holding up at third there was Peterson. An interesting play. She probably would have scored if she left right away, but decided to hold up. And it'll leave the bases loaded now for Shaylin Murphy. So the infield single from LaFleur, I think maybe Peterson thought it was going right to third base where Jessica Green was waiting, but it went by her. And she would have scored easily if she was running, but holds up. Maybe with 2 outs, she's running for sure. Holds up with 1, and Murphy takes that one on the outside corner.
This is where things can get dangerous. The top of the order coming back up. They've already seen Glendinning once. And, well, guess what? Shaylin Murphy, she singled her last time up, so she's seen the ball really well.
And takes that one on the top of the zone. Wasn't a fan of it. Now down in the count 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Misses upstairs as Murphy holds back. You mentioned it, singled back in the first. A base hit would maybe tie this game. Fouls it back.
It was a heavy cut.
And Glendinning, she's working quickly. She's not messing around. Once she gets that ball, she's ready to go.
That's the key as a pitcher. Once you find your rhythm, you want to stick in it as much as possible. So if she's found it with just going fast, setting up, and going.
There she goes again. Murphy hits this one over to left field. Going back for it at the walls. Clemens, she'll make the grab. Tagging and scoring is Peterson. And the Saints are on the board. The sac fly from Shaylin Murphy has put the Saints on the board here in this game.
And that's just doing a job, and that's what you want to see at the top part of your order.
Clair,
now,
16,
you have Sierra Baltzer coming up, and one of the most prolific power hitters we've seen this year. Like I said, 6 home runs, 31 RBIs. Coming up in a good spot.
Yeah, she's in a really good spot right now, but she pops this one in a foul ground. Giving it a look is Green, and could have had a play on it, but just hit the fence in front of her. So another life here for Sierra Baltzer, who struck out swinging in her first at-bat. A base hit here could score Barber. Barber's got good speed out at second. This one driven to right field. Going back forward is Chelsea Oak. She'll make the grab, but the Saints get on the board and cut into this lead with a sac fly from Shaylin Murphy.
And again, Shaylin Murphy at the top of the order, showing why she's one of the best leadoff batters in the OCAA. Does another good job, sac fly. And you hear a little frustrations. I think that was Baltzer after hitting that one, letting out a little bit of a yell. But it happens, you know, you gotta keep your head up and kind of work towards the next at-bat. And this is another look here at the sac fly by Murphy. Gets it deep enough and great speed by Peterson coming home.
Yeah, she could have scored on the play just before that, but decided to hold up, which isn't a bad thing with less than 2 outs, and scores easily on that sac fly. So McKenna Copley back out for her second inning of work, and Zach, it was a rough one in the first inning, gave up a few hits, but give credit to the Lords. They've just found the holes and were able to drive in a few runs.
Yeah, they did a really good job getting to Copley, and that's not We haven't seen a lot of that happen over the season, and they did some good. They had some really good at bats, and honestly, it's not going to get any easier here. You have Riley Easton and then Natalie Clemens, who typically we see in the 2 spot. This time, batting out of the 9th, and then well, the MVP Gracie Hearns, who wasted no time singling in her first at bat.
Yep. So it'll be Riley Easton, the shortstop, 280 average throughout the regular season. 16 RBIs. She'll face Copley to begin the home half of the second. Takes that one just low for a ball.
Not a lot of home runs hit by the Durham Lords, but again, they were just so good with extra base hits. It was kind of their forte this year.
This one has a chance to drop into right field, and it's just foul.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a foot to the left, and that's landing on the chalk, but a little sigh of relief for St. Clair not having a leadoff base runner.
Yeah, depending on where that landed, it possibly could have been extra bases. But Easton back in the box as Copley evens up the count. 1-1. Misses. Oh, it actually is a strike. An interesting call there as Copley gets it. 1-2.
Looked like, yeah, it just kind of came across at the knees. Easton didn't agree, but you know, gotta look forward.
1-2 now. Misses on the outside corner. 2-2. To Riley Easton, who leads off the bottom of the second, and she strikes out swinging. Copley picks up her 3rd strikeout of the game.
Looks like Copley went back to that off-speed pitch, had Easton out on her front foot there.
So this will bring up Natalie Clemens, and you mentioned, Zach, usually we see her near the top of the lineup, but maybe trying to get something going at the bottom where you can flip the lineup over. And Clemens, a very strong season, 351 average, one of the top hitters on this team, and fouls this one right back.
That one hurts.
Yeah, but Ventura got the blunt of that one.
Give credit, though. Shakes it off almost immediately. Gets up, gives the ball back, says, all right, let's go back into the game. Toughness. I know if that was me, I'd probably be on the ground still, especially in the cold.
That's why we're on the sidelines over here. As the pitch comes, fouled towards the left side by Clemens.
Another thing we're seeing, Clemens didn't see it in the first game that much. Slap hitting a little bit here.
Might see something similar as well with 2 strikes here from Clemens.
Just trying to protect. 351 average, 419 on base, and then as well, the big thing that I see with this Durham Lords team, the speed, 20 stolen bases. Between 2 players, 46 stolen bases for the Durham Lords.
We'll try to get on here as she takes that one up and away and past Ventura. No damage done, 1-2.
Copley has good speed on these risers. They just keep seeming to just slip out of the reach of Ventura.
See where they go here, 1-2. Into the breaking ball. Back to the fastball as Clemens goes down swinging. Another strikeout for Copley. That's 2 in a row.
Looking locked in here in the second inning. Now the real test is back at the top of the order. Gracie Hearns, Jessica Green, and Jocelyn Shelton. Those are the 3 that have done damage all day. Let's see if Copley will be able to shut things down or if they will strike again here.
Hearns singled to begin the bottom of the first and eventually came around to score. But Copley has really settled down after a couple base hits in the first. Strikeout to end the inning. And then 2 strikeouts here. This one tapped to Murphy at short. Got to make it quick over to get Hearns, and she does. A good bounce back inning for McKenna Copley. 2 strikeouts and a ground ball to Murphy to get Hearns, the speedy MVP.
Another look at the outs of the inning, and again, yeah, Copley looked really good in that inning, and I don't know if it was just me, partner, but it looked like she had a little bit of extra zip on that fastball. The glove was popping just a little bit louder, it felt like, that inning. More focused, more locked in. Durham Lords bench was a little bit more quiet.
And a strong throw from Murphy getting the speedy Hearns. So a nice inning for St. Clair after giving up 2 runs in the first. Nice response with none in the second. And now they have a chance to try to tie up the game with 1 run. And they'll have the big bopper coming up to the plate and Amy Clayton.
It'll be Clayton, Kressler, Ventura. Those are the 3 due up. And yeah, you said it, the big bopper. But it doesn't get easier with Kressler on deck. She's also a pretty big bopper. Led the OCAA RBIs, 45.
So Clayton up at the plate now.
Battle of the noise here, it feels like, between the 2 dugouts. Who can be louder and gain the momentum on your side?
Durham threw an early punch in the first inning. St. Clair responded with a hit of their own in the second to get within 1. And now they're looking for the equalizer with Clayton at the plate, who takes a ball to begin the at-bat.
Kind of a tale of 2 halves is what we've seen so far.
Big hit there to the left side. And once again, Easton can't come up with that one. This one was hit very hard. No chance, as it'll be a leadoff single for Clayton, her second hit of the evening.
Now batting for St. Clair.
And don't really blame Easton on that one going to the backhand. Don't want to get in front of that big shot from Clayton.
Yeah, again, it kind of seems like Easton went up instead of forward with the backhand.
And Kressler puts this one. Nice play by Easton, but she can't come up with it. Goes to second in time to get Clayton at second. A nice play to her backhand, bobbled it, but never broke stride and made the play over to second to get the lead runner.
Now batting for St. Clair, number 26, Ashley Ventura.
And a heads-up play by Easton. Again, finally gets the backhanded pick that she's been waiting for all day. And, you know, bobbles it, but doesn't lose composure. Just goes to second base. She knew who was running. She knew the situation. Had enough time.
Good play by the Lord's shortstop. 1 away now for Ventura, who takes that one on outside part of the plate. 2-0.
Kressler, 6 stolen bases on the year, but, you know, she has that good speed, so those low numbers, don't let that fool you.
We'll see what they decide to do. Is Ventura at the plate, not running. And another ball, 3-0. A couple hard hit balls to the left side to begin the inning for the Saints, and now 3-0. Glendinning. See how she responds. In there for a strike, as trying to battle back here. Ventura struck out to end the first inning. Glendinning back again, working quickly. Another foul off.
Ashley Ventura, like you said, struck out her last at bat, and you know, it looks like a very promising young player for the Saints. You know, her first year is all rookie, first team all-star, somebody that's really good at calling a game for St. Clair.
3-2, popped up, shallow left field. Under it, and making the grab is Clemens, and 2 down in the inning, as this will bring up Olivia Peterson.
Now batting for St. Clair, number 1, Olivia Peterson.
So Peterson up at the plate.
Reached on an error by Easton last time up.
And she puts this one down the left field line, but just foul.
Nice stop out there and left to get the ball, even though it wasn't foul territory.
St. Clair Saints, Zach, they're hitting the ball pretty hard off of Glendinning so far in this one.
It's just, again, the defense of the Lords, it's working for them, you know. We've seen Easton make that nice backhanded stab. And then Emily Glendinning, she's just getting out of trouble, really, whenever it kind of occurs.
So here's the pitch. Big swing, throw down a first. Not in time, as Kressler gets back in time.
Got really far off that base. Heads up throw down by McIntyre. We'll see that a lot, especially with McIntyre. She snap throws a lot, and so does Ashley Ventura.
0-2 now. Hit into shallow center field. And under it and making the grab is Jocelyn Shelton, and that'll do it. So the St. Clair Saints threaten with a leadoff single, but Kressler gets stranded after reaching on fielder's choice.
And again, we're getting treated just some really good softball overall. Two of the best teams in all of the country kind of battling it out here. What else were you going to expect, partner? Tight game and, just a lot of great plays we've seen so far.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a tight one, and just a matter of who's going to take each blow that's getting thrown here by both sides. And so far, Durham ahead through 2.5, and McKenna Copley back on the mound for her third inning of work, and it was a struggle in the first inning. She gave up a couple base hits, including 2 runs, but the second inning of work for her is really where she dominated. So here we go. It'll be 2, 3, 4 in this Durham Lords lineup. And starting things off with Jessica Green, who reached on an error and eventually came around to score in her last at-bat.
Yeah, it was a ball that bounced away from first base, Jacqueline Uchin, and Jessica Green later came on to score, like you said.
And first pitch swinging, Uchin this time able to come up with it against Green, and 1 pitch, 1 out for Copley.
I guess she heard what we were saying, and she was making sure that one wasn't going to get by her.
Stayed in front of that one very nicely, and that's what you want if you're McKenna Copley. 1 pitch, 1 out, and try to get your offense back into the dugout as quickly as you can.
For Durham, number 19,
And this will bring up Jocelyn Shelton, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And a shot off the glove. Throw down to first, not in time, as a hot shot almost coming up with it there was Brianna Kressler.
Hey, tip your cap right there to 13 in Green. I mean, almost made a sensational play. Couldn't get the glove, couldn't finish off the play. Got the glove to it, just couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, off the bat, it looked like that was easily going into the outfield for a base hit. It will be an infield single for Shelton, and Sydney Reddick now up at the plate with a runner at first. Takes a strike at the knees to begin the at-bat. Reddick, an RBI single in her last at-bat. Looking to do something similar here against Copley. Here's the 0-1. Big swing, got jammed, but able to muscle it out into the outfield for a base hit. As coming in to grab it there was Baltzer out in center, and that just shows the power that Sydney Reddick has.
Really just muscling it past the second baseman.
So a couple singles for the Lords, and just like that, first and second with 1 away for Chelsea Oak, who singled back in the first.
Runners in scoring position here for Oak, so she can replicate what she had in the first.
Big swing there, comes up empty at 1 below the knees.
Beautiful day today. It looked like it might have been raining all day. The rain subsided, and we've gotten some great weather for some great softball.
Our 4th game of the day, and it's capped off by the 2 top teams in the country as Copley gets ahead 0-2. Here's the pitch to Oak. Popped up. This one will go behind the plate and foul. So Oak stays alive as Copley, after picking up the early out on the first pitch of the inning to Jessica Green, has given up back-to-back singles and now battling here 0-2 against Chelsea Oak. Oak looks on. Copley's 0-2, missing just low. Nice eye from Oak.
It's a really good miss, though. You painted that inside corner twice already. Now, try to pin one more there. If it doesn't go, it doesn't go. Now use that as a setup pitch.
Copley's 1-2, and this hit is foul, as coming up with there was Kressler, but just to the right of the bag.
One thing noticing right early on in this game, Kressler has a great first step to the ball. Fantastic reads over there at third. Hot corner for a reason.
Playing close to that bag as the 1-2 was fought off again by Oak, as Copley picking her spots, but give credit to the Lords, they're just battling up here. Oak sisters hitting back-to-back. First is Chelsea, who's in a battle 1-2 against Copley. This one goes past the catcher Ventura, and both runners will move up into scoring position now as Shelton heads to third and Reddick goes to second. As Oak is battling now, the count has moved to 2-2. Infield draws in, trying to cut the run at the plate.
Yeah, everybody in.
Big swing from Oak in a shallow right. This will drop in for a base hit. Coming in to score is Shelton. Reddick moves up to third on the play, and Chelsea Oak wins the battle and picks up an RBI.
And that's just doing a good job and a good piece of hit. And you see the infield's drawn in. Even if you miss it off the barrel, just muscle it enough to where it's blooping over the second baseman. Good piece of hitting right there by Chelsea Oak.
And this 3-4-5 in this Durham Lords lineup has done most of the damage in this game. 5 hits already for those 3 players through 2.5. And we're still going here. Now it's Hannah Oak with a big swing and miss. Runners on the corners, infield up the middle, looking to turn 2. Copley's pitch to Hannah Oak, another high riser, and another big swing, 0-2.
And this is how we just saw the at-bat with her sister kind of start out, chasing those pitches like that, falling in a hole 0-2. Let's see if Hannah Oak can kind of battle back here, make Copley work a little bit.
And they go back to the same pitch. This time Oak's able to come up with it. It's a drive to right center. This one's at the wall, and it's gone. Goodbye, Hannah Oak. A 3-run home run, and the Durham Lords have their largest lead of the game at 6-1.
And what a swing off the bat of Hannah Oak. I mean, that ball just kept carrying and carrying. You saw the outfield tracking it to the wall, and they just ran out of real estate. You said it, biggest lead of the game right there for the Durham Lords, and they're looking poised right now.
And only 2 players on this Lords team had home runs during the regular season. That was Sydney Reddick and Grace Hearns. And now you can add Hannah Oak's name to that list as she picks up a big home run and blows this game open 6-1 here in the third. And the Lords getting to Copley early and often. A 3-run shot as this one over to Murphy at short. Nice strong play from Shaylin Murphy to retire McIntyre on 1 pitch.
I give credit. Murphy has quite the cannon over there at short.
Very comfortable
Watching some
over
of
there.
these throws.
And a nice response for McKenna Copley after surrendering the 3-run blast from Hannah Oak, the big first baseman. That ball just was hit up high and just kept carrying and carrying and carrying. Eventually found its way over.
Hit that wind stream.
Taking a strike. There is Riley Easton and St. Clair facing their largest deficit of the season. Down by 5. And another strike there. This time it's a swinging one from Riley Easton, who went down swinging in her first at-bat.
But one thing to prove, you can never count this St. Clair team out.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Still lots of time. On the bottom of the third, 0-2. Not a bad pitch from Copley, is looking to get Easton chasing. The 1-2 from Copley up to short. Nice play to Murphy's left and in time to get Easton as Shaylin Murphy, 2 nice plays and takes a base hit away from Easton. But it's the big blast from Hannah Oak. A 3-run home run has given the Lords a 6-1 lead through 3 innings of work.
One more look at it right here on the replay. Takes it the other way, and you can kind of see both outfielders. They're tracking it really, really well, and it just kept carrying. You look at it, it hits over the tents back there, so no chance.
You can see her swing. It's kind of an uppercut swing
and
as
a little
well.
bit of a half swing too, and she got that much on it.
Kept going and just finds its way over the fence. You can see Chelsea Oak touching the plate just before Hannah Oak, and the sisters coming up big in this one. So we head now to the top of the fourth, and you know, Zach, you mentioned it. It is a 6-1 lead, but this game is far from over. It's just like I mentioned before, people throwing punches, and now it's St. Clair's turn to try to respond.
What's a legendary boxing match?
I would say the most recent one, maybe Mayweather-Pacquiao.
That's what we're kind of seeing right now. It's just two fighters going at it. Right.
So here we go as Glendinning back on the mound. First pitch ball here to Jacqueline Uchin, 7-8-9 of this St. Clair lineup as they trail by 5, looking to respond after a big 4-run inning for the Durham Lords.
Yeah, and Uchin last at bat drove it to deep left field, just couldn't get enough power on it to hit it over the wall.
Here's the 2-0, down in the dirt, 3-0. So if you're Emily Glendinning right now, your team just put up a 4 spot, you have a 5-run lead. The last thing you want to do is surrender a leadoff walk, especially to the 7-hitter. And a good response there, get back in the count. Uchin flew out, like you mentioned, Zach, in her first at-bat. Ahead is Uchin, and now we're 3-2.
Good battle back by Glendinning.
Here's the pitch. Big swing from Uchin, foul back.
Good power shift right here when you see Uchin swing. It's a heavy swing. Gets a lot behind it.
3-2 coming. Another swing. This one's fouled back and out of play. Loser of this game will face off against the Humber Hawks in the first elimination game tomorrow in the semifinals. Here's the pitch from Glendinning. Just misses, and that's ball 4 as Glendinning thought she had strike 3, but it's a leadoff walk for the St. Clair Saints number 7 hitter.
And Uchin works a good count there, gets on base. Now possibly, can you see St. Clair answer back? We saw something similar last inning. They got the leadoff batter on, then Glendinning kind of just settled down. Let's see if that can change this inning. You know, we just saw them have a little bit of a meeting with the entire team as the last half was dwindling down and ending. You know, maybe the word from head coach Doug Wiseman was just settle down. You know, we know we're a good team. Have some good at-bats.
And if the Saints can get Madison Barber, the number 8 hitter, on base, could create something with LaFleur and then the top of the lineup for the Saints.
Yeah, we've already seen Shayla Murphy contribute twice.
A job to be done here for Barber as she swings and fouls it back for the second straight time. Barber singled in the second inning in her first at-bat. Now she's hoping to do the same. 0-2. Good eye. And the 1-2 now coming from Glendinning. Another foul off by Barber, just staying alive.
And this is what you want to see out of the bottom half of your order, especially after a big inning for the opposing side. Have some good at-bats and fight. All started with Uchin working that walk, and now we're seeing Barber work a great count.
1-2, she pops this one up. Under it is Easton, and she'll make the grab. So Glendinning with a nice pitch wins the battle. And this will bring up Judy LaFleur, the number 9 hitter, with Shaylin Murphy looming on deck.
And if my numbers aren't lying and my scorebook's not lying, I believe LaFleur has been on base every single time she's come up to the plate, dating back to last game against the Hawks. And again, it's just if you can have a hitter like that flip over the lineup, that is so big.
And that one misses on the outside corner. One away, LaFleur late on that one and fouls it off. Count moves to 1-1. Uchin Like you mentioned with the good at-bat, standing out on first, not really a threat to run. LaFleur up at the plate. The Saints down by 5. 1-1 from Glendining, tap to the left side. 3 up at second, but not in time at first, as a nice play there by Jessica Green, but the Saints are able to beat out that one as LaFleur's speed.
Yeah, good, like you said, good speed coming out of the box right there by LaFleur. And again, a good job to keep the inning alive and bring it back to the top of the order. We see the big bats up here. Murphy at bat, and then on deck, Baltzer.
But now there's 2 outs for Murphy as she takes a strike at the belt.
She's 1 for 1 on the day. Singled in her first at-bat, sac fly last time up.
She'll need a base hit here to keep the inning going. She wants to put it in play as that one is on the outside part of the plate. Count moves to 1-1. LaFleur's got good speed at first. We'll keep an eye on her. Pitch coming in, big swing from Murphy, but got jammed, fouls it back.
This is a big pitch right here. Can Glendining get out of this inning and leave a power bat on deck? Or can Murphy just kind of keep fighting?
And you know Murphy wants to get on badly to allow Baltzer a chance to hit. The 1-2 from Glendining. It's a high one. Another backhand play by Easton. We've seen that multiple times in this game. Just not looking comfortable right now at short. So Murphy reaches on an error from Easton. So this will bring up Sierra Baltzer in the air, allows Baltzer to come up to the plate. First and second, 2 outs. And you know, if you're St. Clair, Baltzer gets on. Clayton on deck, a big hitter. Baltzer's a big hitter herself, and it's popped up, but it's caught. A nice play out at second there from the MVP, Gracie Hearns. And the Lords get out of it unscathed.
It looked like Baltzer got that one off the end of the bat, and I was going to say, she leads her team in extra base hits. That one, she just couldn't get to fall in the hole. Gracie Hearns covering ground very, very fast.
So the Saints threaten to add some runs in the inning, but they can't strike as Glendining gets herself out of it. And we head to the bottom of the 4th. The Lords in control of this one.
Looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Amy Clayton will come in to do the pitching duties.
Like you mentioned, Zach, Amy Clayton on the mound. And not really a starter, but appeared in 13 games throughout the regular season. And a strong season for her. .69 ERA, 45 strikeouts to 9 walks. And she'll be tasked here to slow down this Lords lineup that has really had its way through 3 innings of work.
Fifth-year player to Cambridge, Ontario will try to shut down the Lords offense. It's just been electric, to say the least, in this game. Natalie Clemens starts things off. Gracie Hearns on deck, and in the hole, Jessica Green. So bottom than the top, but realistically, it could just be the top of the order here.
Durham, number 18, Natalie Clemens.
So Clayton's first pitch of the playoffs is tapped back to her just in time. Covering that second there, a nice play. Madison Barber coming up, and the bunt doesn't work for Clemens.
We like to call those PFPs, pitcher fielding plays. Good job by Clayton to get off the mound. Make a nice throw over to first for that first out.
Now batting for Durham, number 16, Gracie Hearns.
So Gracie Hearns at the plate, 1 for 2 on the night so far. Singled and scored in the first. Facing off against Clayton for the first time. And this one's popped up to center field. Under it and making the grab is Balzer, and quickly 2 down here in the 4th.
Good communication right there in the outfield, and then sits down a dangerous hitter in Gracie Hearns.
So let's bring up Jessica Green now, Zach.
And since coming to the game, Amy Clayton, you know, working quickly and working and working dominantly, really.
Jessica Green 0 for 2 on the night so far. Reached and scored on an air and a first, and she takes that one below the knees. Clayton thought she had that one. Count moves to 2-0. (2-0) from Clayton, runs inside, 3-0.
Got a bat here by Green. 0 for 2 on the day, reached via air, and later on scored in the first, grounded out to Yuchin her last time up.
3-0 is in there for a strike. The 3-1 offering from Clayton. Fouled off from Green, and definitely an important piece here for St. Clair to have a quick inning, get the offense back into the dugout. So 3-2 now. 2 down. And ripped foul once again over the left side.
Our camera up had a sidestep out of the way there. Almost got it right in the shin. And we got news that the Humber Hawks men's baseball team, you know, we cover Humber here on HSN. They just won their game against Centennial. I believe it was 8-7 in extra innings.
Big win for them, and it's a 3-2 count here, and it's in the dirt for ball 4. So Clayton loses Green, and Green reaches with 2 outs to bring up Jocelyn Shelton.
Now batting for Durham, number 19.
And if you're Clayton, you want to kind of end it here because you got a lot of big bats coming up. 4, 5, 6. Well, they've all produced. Sydney Reddick, Chelsea Oak, and Hannah Oak. They've had red hot days at the plate.
Pitch over to Shelton, misses down. So 1-0 to begin the at-bat. Green 4 stolen bases throughout the regular season at first. Keep an eye out on her. Not running here. Good piece of hitting from Shelton. That'll go into the gap for a base hit. Green's making a turn around third. She'll hold up as Shelton rolls into second with a 2-out double and a threat here with 2 down in the inning.
And first and foremost, you got to tip your cap. That's a nice relay in. Strong throw from center field. I'm not sure who that was. I believe it was the center fielder, Sarah Balter, but could have been the left fielder. Gets a good read on that and just holds possibly what could have been another run for Durham. Jessica Green over there at third has great speed. She was zooming around the bags.
Still a threat here now with a couple runners in scoring position for Sydney Reddick, and takes that for a ball to begin the at-bat. And Durham's well aware of the offense that St. Clair has, so they're not going to be holding back on any runs. And an extra 2 here would also go a long way. And a big swing from Reddick comes up empty.
Really good rise ball from Clayton right there. Had Reddick fooled. She was ready to sit dead red, a pitch over the middle, and that one just rose right up to her chin area.
Clayton fires in the 1-1. This one misses too high for Reddick to think about, and the count moves to 2-1. Shelton with good speed at second, so a base hit could possibly score 2. As the 2-1 hit the shortstop. Tough hop for Murphy, but makes it look easy as she makes a strong throw over to Yuchin. So the Durham Lords threaten with back-to-back hits with 2 outs, but a nice play for Murphy to end the inning.
Yeah, and Shayla Murphy has been quite active over there at shortstop. 4 putouts so far in the night, and none bigger than that one. No extra runs scored. Amy Clayton comes in, has a really good appearance.
So we head to the 5th. Lords in control, leading by a score of 6-1. So here we go, top of the 5th.
Got distracted by the cha-cha slide there, partner.
Huh.
R.I.P. DJ Casper Lee, the man that sings this song. Really blessed generations with a...
One of the most popular songs out there, especially in the softball side of
world, the
things.
wedding world, just every world, really.
So Emily Glendinning starts off the road half of the 5th with a ball to Amy Clayton. Amy Clayton's got the threat to get things going for the Saints. You know the power that she has. 2 for 2 on the day so far, and she pops this one a mile high. Under it is Oak, but she tries the basket catch and can't come up with it. Another life for Clayton.
Yeah, we're entering the twilight hours, so the sky gets a little bit hard to see the ball, and you can hear McIntyre. She looked up, she's saying, I can't see it. That's why Hannah Oak tried to call it and basket catch it last second.
So Clayton will get another life here, see if she can take advantage of it. 2-1. Big swing. Glendinning, power against power, comes up on top on that pitch. Big shift here from the Lords infield. You can see Gracie Hearns usually plays second base. She's on the shortstop side of second base. So
playing the ultimate pull.
Yeah, a big hole over there on that right side. Clayton will hold back, and it won't matter. She'll take the walk. So it's a leadoff base runner for back-to-back innings for the St. Clair Saints.
And partner, I may have jinxed the weather because I was saying the rain stopped. Well, it looks like it's starting to fall again.
It was expected later on in the evening, so we'll see how much we do get. And it'll be Brianna Kressler right now. And that one gets away from McIntyre, but no threat as Clayton holds up at first. And Glendinning wants McIntyre to come out for a meeting. And for the Saints, Zach, this is a big part in this game. Down by 5 in the 5th. Got to chip away or you're running out of time. This offense got to get cooking, and that'll help. Here's a drive to center field for Kressler. This one's gone. Goodbye, Brianna Kressler. A 2-run home run, and just like that, the Saints are back in this game.
And that just shows why she led the league in RBIs and also in home runs. Brianna Kressler, one of the most dominant players we've seen in the OCAA, coming up big when her team needs it.
And I just mentioned before that pitch, the offense has to get going for the Saints. And Kressler listening to me and
yeah, we have
drills that one to center
we
field.
have a good caster curse going on here. It's like the 4th time today we've said something and it's happened.
Pitch over the middle of the plate, and she did not miss it. Big time drive for Brianna Kressler. 6 home runs throughout the regular season and adds 1 here in the postseason.
Got worried our center field camera right there was going to get hit. We got very close to it.
So it's a 2-run shot and a big swing there from Ashley Ventura, who's looking to get things going now with the bases empty. We'll have a reset here as it began with a walk from Amy Clayton to begin the inning. It was a good at-bat, brought to 3-2, and then Kressler right behind her. Ventura holds back, 2-1.
You see her holding back. She leapt forward a little bit with her feet and held the bat back. Really good play right there by Ventura.
And she swings at this one. Popped into shallow right. And making the grab out in right field is Chelsea Oak, and the first out of the inning for Glendinning.
And if you're Emily Glendinning, you know, just the 2-run home run, it stings a little bit, but you still have a 3-run cushion. So go out there and just get back into the rhythm that you found where you were just getting batters out left, right, and center.
So now it's Olivia Peterson up at the plate. Takes that one outside for a ball. And we know this offense for St. Clair is potent. So this game is far from over, even with a 3-run lead. They cut into the deficit. And another big swing, this time from Peterson, and she fouls it back.
And again, it's one of those top 4 players in their lineup producing with the RBIs. Kressler 2 now in this game.
Another foul off by Olivia Peterson. 1-2 now as Glendinning, after giving up the 2-run shot, kind of settled down a little bit. Ventura with the fly out, and now up in the count with 2 strikes against Peterson with Uchin on deck. 1-2, base hit through the left side. Olivia Peterson with a good piece of hitting, 2-strike base hit. And the Saints continue the comeback.
Now batting for St. Clair, number 12, Jacqueline
So
Uchin.
Jacqueline Uchin now up to the plate, 0 for 1 with a walk in the 4th. And the Saints threatening with a tying run on deck. Here's Glendinning's pitch to Uchin, catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
And you talked about power in the St. Clair lineup. Well, 22 home runs on the year. Led the league in that category.
Popped up, shallow left. Under it and making the grab is Clemens, and a big out there for Glendinning. Now 2 down and 1 pitch away from getting out of this.
Yeah, if you're Glendinning, get out of it right here. Madison Barber, the number 8 hitter, you don't want to get to Judy LaFleur because she's flipped the order every single time she's come up to bat.
And that one just missing low. Good eye from Barber. 1 for 2 on the evening, singled back in the 2nd. And like you said, don't want this lineup to get to LaFleur, but that's what Barber wants to happen, as takes that one just inside, 2-0.
One thing I just noticed is back catcher Kaylee McIntyre, usually catchers will paint the fingernails when putting down the sign. She has tape wrapped around every one of her fingers.
Another tapped foul.
Makes it easier for her pitcher to see the sign, and it's just the little details in this sport, really. You know, it's like a chess match.
Gets the sign, and the pitch comes in. Ahead of that one is Barber. Doesn't time that one up on the off speed, so it's 2-2 now.
That's a great off-speed pitch right there by Barber.
2-2 from Glendinning, misses outside. 3-2, so Peterson will be off on the pitch with 2 down and the count full. Here's the payoff pitch, tapped foul. Staying alive, Barber.
Good at bat here out of the number 8 hitter. Because again, you want to try to get this to LaFleur, who's going to flip it to the top of the order. She's been primed doing it all day. Barber, though, putting up a fantastic at bat right here.
Emily Glendinning trying to win the battle for the Lords. Good piece of hitting up the middle, base hit. As Madison Barber with a great at-bat comes up with a 2-out single, and this will bring up Judy LaFleur with a chance to tie the game with 1 swing of the bat.
Gets scary here, you know, you're getting runners on base, the top of the order looming. LaFleur has looked really good in the number 9 spot. Reached twice so far today in this match.
Head coach Jamie Baker on that Lord side, out of the dugout now. He knows this is a big part of this game. And if you see LaFleur reach, it'd be interesting to see if he keeps Glendinning in this game with Shaylin Murphy coming up, who would face Glendinning for the 4th time. Here's the pitch. It's a check swing bunt, but it gets away from McIntyre. And that allows a couple of the Saints runners to move up into scoring position. Peterson to 3rd, Barber to 2nd, and a 2-0 count here to LaFleur. Big moment in this game. 2-0, swinging and popping it up is LaFleur. Glendinning is under it with the crowd forming to her. She makes the grab. So the St. Clair Saints threaten for more, but they get a big 2-run home run from Brianna Kressler, and we'll get another good look at it here A pitch right down the middle, and Kressler doesn't miss it, and you can see Glendinning just waving it goodbye. She knows.
She says, don't worry about that. We still have a 3-run lead.
She knows that pitch wasn't her best. You can see her tapping her chest after that one. And that was a moonshot from Brandon Kressler, cuts in the deficit. And we got a ball game.
And see how fired up Kressler gets after that. I mean, a player that leaves the emotions on her sleeve, and you see it. Really a leader of this squad. She's had a phenomenal year. She was the OCAA Player of the Year last year. Oh, and look at that. We got the moonshot back out here. HSN doing it right. What is that? Is that I believe it's called a crescent moon? I'm not sure. I gotta like look on my terminology, but I'm pretty sure it's a crescent moon. The slow pan. This is great work. Fantastic work. Drift into the infield. Oh man.
Just another day at HSN.
Just another day.
Another day at HSN.
If you're just tuning into HSN for the first time, you better stick around. This is the production that you're getting.
And it's giving us a good game.
Exactly.
Here, 6-3, Durham leads through 4.5. And Amy Clayton back on the mound for her second inning of work. That pitch misses low as Chelsea Oak begins the home half of the fifth. Here's the pitch, low and inside to Chelsea Oak. So 2-0 start here for Oak, and takes a one at the bottom of the zone for a strike. Wasn't too happy with that one, but Amy Clayton will take it. 2-1. The 2-1 offering misses on the outside corner. 3-1. And Hannah Oak looms on deck. She had a big home run in her last at bat. And she'll come up to the plate with Chelsea Oak with the leadoff walk. Brings up Hannah Oak with a big 3-run home run in her last at bat.
Chance to try to add some more here. Just Durham Lords, I mean, they're putting up great at-bats. It all started against McKenna Copley, and again here against Amy Clayton. They're not giving up, and they're not giving St. Clair much breathing room.
If you're St. Clair right now, you just put up a 2 spot to get back into the game. Last thing you want to do is give up those runs right back. And Hannah Oak takes a low strike to begin the at-bat. The 0-1 from Clayton, big swing from Oak. Comes up empty on that one.
Came back with the rise ball again. Nice pitch by Clayton.
See where they go here. 0-2. Going back upstairs, and this time Oak able to foul it off. It's risky going up against Oak, but if you can get it high enough, she'll swing at it. Can't miss your spot. Here's the pitch, a little too high. Good leave there from Hannah Oak. The 1-2. Big swing by Hannah Oak. Chases that one way out of the strike zone.
Executed a pitch, and that's exactly why Amy Clayton has been a dominant pitcher in the OCAA.
So this will bring up the catcher, Kaylee McIntyre, 0 for 2 on the evening so far. And Clayton runs a fastball inside for ball 1.
Clayton throwing bullets here, but again, Ventura behind the plate. Every time she gets up and throws the ball back, it's popping the glove of Clayton. She's getting it back to her pitcher quickly. Doing a good job behind the dish, calling a good game.
That one in the dirt for a ball. A 2-0 count here. Good hitters count for McIntyre, who's looking for her first hit of the game. She'll take that one down below. 3-0 to McIntyre with Riley Easton on deck. Looking to get back in the count, and she does with a strike. Chelsea Oak began the inning with a leadoff walk. She's been there ever since. McIntyre looking to move her over. 3-1 pitch coming from Clayton. Tapped back up the middle. Nice play there at second base. Madison Barber tags out Oak at second, and McIntyre reaches on the fielder's choice.
Heads up fielding right there by Madison Barber.
Now batting
Nice
for
play.
Durham, number 32, Riley
So this will
Easton.
bring up Easton. Easton 0 for 2 on the evening so far. This bottom of the lineup, 7, 8, 9 for the Lords, has had it tough. 0 for 7 in total. It's really been the top 6 hitters for this Durham team that has done most of the damage, if not all of it. As we're going to get a meeting here between third base coach and head coach Jamie Baker and Riley Easton. And that'll lead to a meeting on the mound. Something going on that first base side between the coaching staff and the umpire.
Yeah, trying to figure it out here. I can't hear anything, but my interest has been piqued, to say the least, of what's going on over there.
Something going on with the substitution, I believe, and yeah, so Chelsea Oak was at first base. She was put out on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, so so I think what's being talked about here is the 2-out catcher rule, but usually how it reverts back is the second out of the inning. That's who will go in and run for the catcher. And, well, Chelsea Oak, she was the second out of the inning, but
So
I
Hannah
guess they're just
Oak
going to say the catcher's going to run.
Yeah, so Hannah Oak will. Oh no, so yeah, so McIntyre's coming in to catch, so. So the catcher, McIntyre, will run for herself either way.
Yeah, a little confusion, but it's all good. Let's play ball.
So we're set to go. 1-0 count on Easton now. Easton takes that one. 2-0. St. Clair knows they hope they can't gonna give up any more runs. Already down by 3. They were down by 5. Cut into the lead with a big home run from Brianna Kressler to make it a 3-run game. And looking to get back into the dugout. Got a battle here at 3-0 is Clayton. Nice pitch there to get back into the count. So here's the 3-1 from Clayton in there on the outside corner. So the count moves to 3-2 on Easton. Payoff pitch incoming as McIntyre on first will be running on the pitch. 3-2. 2 outs coming. Here's the payoff. Tap to the left side, but foul as Easton will head back to the plate and McIntyre makes her way back to first. 3-2, 2 down for the second time. Riley Easton takes the payoff from Clayton. Strike 3 as Clayton strikes out Riley Easton. And the St. Clair Saints battle the pressure from the Durham Lords and head back to the sticks as we head to the top of the 6th after a couple strikeouts from Amy Clayton.
And we'll take another look at the 2 strikeouts by Clayton. It was the Hannah Oak K to start things off. Gets her chasing at that rise ball, and then Riley Easton just couldn't catch up to this fastball here. Right over the barrel. Couldn't get to it. And well, this is the most dangerous part of the lineup coming up here for St. Clair. And I think we might have a pitching change. We do. It's going to be Hannah Oak coming in to pitch.
So we saw Chelsea Oak pitch in the first game for the Lords, and now her sister Hannah Oak, gets into the game for the first time in this postseason, doing some meditation as she gets set to get going. Throughout the regular season, 1.5 ERA.
Although my partner, I'm a little bit surprised to see Glendining getting taken out of the game. She was pitching fairly well. You know, it was the one blemish against Brianna Kressler, but I mean, I guess, you know, 4th time through, trying to get a new look here.
I think that's the thing right there, the 4th time through the lineup. And try to give the St. Clair offense a different look. So Oak will be called to finish off the 6th inning and most likely the 7th. As she'll come in to face the top of the lineup. Let's see what we got going here. They started off with the Durham Lords defeating the Mohawk Mountaineers, and then our second game was St. Clair defeating Humber. And our third game of the day was the Humber Hawks moving on to tomorrow after taking down the Mohawk Mountaineers. And our final game of the day is this one right here. That's been a good one. Durham and St. Clair, the top 2 teams in the country, battling for a bye to the finals with a win here in this game.
And again, it'll be the toughest part of the lineup. Shaylin Murphy leading things off. Sierra Bolter, Amy Clayton, who's hit the ball hard all day long. If you're Hannah Oak, you want to not have runners on base when Clayton steps up.
So Murphy up at the plate, 1 for 2 on the evening so far, and takes the ball. Had a sac fly in the 2nd and reached on an air in the 4th.
Big time at bats coming up here late in this one. We've been treated to a phenomenal game so far.
Here's Oak's pitch. In there for a strike. Both teams loud on both sides. It's a big at bat to begin the inning.
It's getting loud here at Connorvale.
St. Clair wants Murphy on with her speed. Lords, they want the opposite. It's a cute shot to second. Coming up with it in time. Nice play at second from Gracie Hearns. And it's a lead-off out. That's a big one for the Lords.
And I think the key thing there is Hearns, no pressure to rush her throw. You know, most of the time you'll see a speedy runner like Murphy going down the line like that, and you'll try to rush things and a fault or an error will happen. That time Hearns just stayed cool, calm, and collective.
So it'll be Sierra Baltzer with a big swing. Comes up empty. Nice pitch there from Hannah Oak.
And Baltzer really putting everything into her swings. It's been a little bit of a rough go tonight for her in this last game of the day, but we know she has power in her bat. She has to stay cool, calm, collective at the plate.
Yeah, 0 for 3 on the night so far, but a good eye there. And that swing that she just had on the previous pitch, it was a big one. And, you know, St. Clair down by 3. They need base runners. She's got to put one in play, or at least fight your way on. And she does that with a good eye. Counting her favor 2-1.
Needs to keep the bat through the plane of the zone as long as possible. Just have that flat barrel through.
2-1 offering from Oak. Big swing from Balzer and comes up empty again.
And here, mindset of a hitter, you just want to have shorten up a little bit. You know, you don't need a home run here. It's not really going to help the cause because you're still going to be down by 2. Just try to get on base. Keep pushing that torch down the line.
2-2. It's an off-speed pitch, and it's popped up to center. Under it is Shelton, and she makes the grab. 2 down as Hannah Oak is coming to this one and throwing strikes. 2 quick outs. So Balzer falls to 0 for 4, and this will bring up Amy Clayton. Has been on in every single at bat. 2 for 2 with a walk. And she's looking to get something going with 2 down in the inning. If she can get on, it brings up Brianna Kressler, and we saw what she did in her last at bat. Big 2-run shot. Clayton taps this one left side, but foul.
A lot of dangerous power in this 3-4 part of the lineup. Clayton, she's been hammering the ball, and then Kressler, the 2022 MVP. You know, she's shown up again here in her 5th and final year of eligibility, and why she's so good.
Now batting for St. Clair, number 55, Amy Clayton.
So Clayton, 1-1, pops it up. It's in play and foul ground. Under it and making the grab is McIntyre, and the Saints are retired in order. The 1, 2, 3 in the lineup can't get anything going against Hannah Oak.
And I mean, that's just a huge statement right there. The top 3 batters going 1, 2, 3. Wow.
673-209. Again, 673-209. There is a yellow 10 slightly beyond the right side dugout. If you have that number, please go collect some cash. Thank you.
The bottom of the 6th here. As Amy Clayton back on the mound for her 3rd inning of work. She will face 9-1-2 out of this Durham Lords lineup. And this is a big part in this game for St. Clair. If they can shut down Durham here, they give themselves a chance in the top of the 7th. But they need to stop Natalie Clemens to begin the at-bat, and she fouls it off.
Taking it the other way, and that's kind of been the approach Clemens has had all day. She grounded out to Clayton her last time up and struck out in her first plate appearance.
Clayton's job right now is to put up a 0 and get her offense back into the dugout.
You see frustrations. Clayton thought she had that strike. Looking over at 3rd, Kressler thought the exact same thing. Good location, just missing though, according to the ump.
Still in the count, moves to 1-1. So the number 9 hitter taps this over to left side. Nice backhand by Murphy. Strong throw in time to get Clemens. And Shaylin Murphy showing it off on the defensive side of the ball.
5th putout she's had today, and I mean, even in the hole right there on her back foot, makes a strong, accurate throw right over to Uchin.
Now batting for Durham.
All around, just good play.
So money over there,
yeah.
Sure. Just any ball hit to her, she's going to at least have a chance on it no matter where it's at.
And that's huge. You know, when you look at a makeup of a team, when you have a good catcher, a good middle infield, and a good center fielder, you know, it's good plays.
And Hearn's not too bad herself. Picks up a 1-out single. Her 2nd hit of the evening, and a 1-out base runner for the Lords.
Now batting for Durham, number 23, Jessica Green.
So Jessica Green up at the plate, 0 for 2. Has been on twice, reached on a walk and an error back in the first. That one gets away from Ventura, and Hearns will trot over to second. And just like that, a runner in scoring position for the Lords as they want the insurance.
And we know that Hearns is stolen base. You know, she's so good at it, and she'll always go for bags. But when you give her free ones like that, it's tough for the opposing side.
Clayton's pitch, Green pops it up. Murphy going into foul ground. Can't make the play. Tough one there right in between the two fielders. And it'll drop in for a foul ball. Never know with Murphy.
I thought I was ready to see the over-the-shoulder Willie Mays catch, something.
Never know. Always has a play on the ball, no matter where it's at.
Yeah, just great reads on the left side of the infield. Tip my cap to them.
Pitch is tapped up the middle, a base hit. Hearns making the turnaround third. She'll come in to score easily. And just like that, Jessica Green delivers the RBI single, and the Lords extend their lead to 4.
With Gracie Hearns on base, she's going to be zooming around third. That's exactly what happened. Green gets an RBI out of it.
And it's that wild pitch that the difference, the single, maybe if it's Hearns at first base, she gets held up at second. Instead, it's a wild pitch, and a single for a Green allows Hearns to score easily. And the Lords, they wanted an extra few runs. They pick up one there and still threatening here after a strike called on Jacqueline Shelton.
And what we thought was just going to be a pure pitcher's duel between these two teams. It's a little bit of a slugfest here. Durham, 7 runs. I'd have to look at the season totals, but that might be the most runs St. Clair has given up in a ball game.
And they're looking for more with Jocelyn Shelton. Swings and misses at a high riser. Yeah, the St. Clair offense usually one of the best in the league, if not the best, but their defense also right at the top. And the Lords, give credit to them, their offense has been on point from the very beginning. First inning, they put up a 2 spot, and they have not looked back. Big swing there from Green as she goes down swinging, or excuse me, Shelton goes down swinging as Green picked up that RBI single just moments ago. So 2 down now, which will bring up Sydney Reddick,
who's also been red hot at the plate today.
2 for 3 on the evening as Reddick picked up an RBI in the first. Scored on the big home run from Hannah Oak back in the third. Riser misses upstairs, throw down a first, not in time. Just back there was Green. (2-0) to Reddick in there for strike.
So, partner, looking back at it, this is the first time St. Clair has given up 7 or more runs in a ball game since October 23rd of 2021. And guess what? That was also against this very Durham Lords squad.
Position they're not too familiar with. (2-2). Clayton looking to get out of it. Fouled back by Reddick. Stays alive. The Saints will have 4, 5, 6 due up in the top of the 7th. As Clayton gets them to it as she strikes out Reddick. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning for Amy Clayton. But it's an RBI single for Jessica Green. Adds some insurance for the Lords as we head to the top of the 7th. 7-3. Lords lead through 6 innings of work. With a win here tonight, the Lords will move on directly to the finals with a loss in their back pocket that they can use to their advantage, as it's a 2-loss elimination. You have to lose 2 to be eliminated from the tournament. If things hold up, St. Clair will face off against Humber in the first game tomorrow. But the Saints have different plans, as they obviously still think they can come back and tie up this game, and they have the player to do it at the plate, Brianna Kressler, who homered in her last at-bat. And she taps that one foul off her foot. As looks to be okay as she takes her time getting back into the box.
Yeah, cold, late October games, the weather gets colder. Those ones sting just a little bit more.
Hannah Oak, first inning. Second inning of work, and this one's driven to right field. That'll drop in off the face of the wall. Kressler around second. She's making the turn, heading to third. Stumbled a tad, but she will slide into third. A lead-off triple for Brianna Kressler.
That's what you want to see out of your leader right there, and you see how fired up she gets on third, trying to will her team, down by 4. It's not over just yet. This offense is really good for St. Clair.
And it's just about passing the baton if you're the Saints. Down by 4. Infield draws a tad in against Ventura. I'm sure they will trade it out for a run. Big swing from Ventura.
Looks like the corners will probably look to hold Kressler at third and throw over to first, and middle infield are just going to completely give up the run.
Ventura up at the plate now. Takes that one for a ball, and it's been a struggle tonight on the offensive side for Ventura. 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Her team needing her here. Big swing. Comes up empty. 1-2. And this bottom of the lineup for the Saints has really struggled. Only 1 hit, or 2 hits rather, as that's fouled back. Barber and Olivia Peterson, and as well as Judy LaFleur. So 3 hits in the final 5 hitters for the St. Clair Saints. But Ventura with a chance here as she fouls that one off.
Yeah, looking at it, I was trying to calculate it as well. I think 3 or 4 hits. It's just been tough. The top part of the order, you know what you're going to get out of them. They're going to produce offense for you, and that's exactly what they've done today. Well, now it's time to see what the bottom of the order can do in a big moment like this.
Off speed, misses upstairs. Good battle from Ventura. 2-2. Leadoff triple from Brianna Kressler. Standing out at third. 2-2 in the dirt, strike 3.
Thought it was a drop third strike Ventura, but nope. Nice play behind by
Now
McIntyre.
Clair, number 1, Olivia Peterson.
So a big out for Oak, and that'll bring up Peterson. Big swing. Big spot. Saints down by 4 off speed. Driven foul. And quickly 0-2.
The St. Clair team, they got big hits when they needed them by the bottom half of the order in British Columbia for the national tournament. Or national championships, excuse me. Let's see, can this bottom half of the order come through here in the 7th?
Good eye from Peterson. Here comes the 1-2 from Oak. Strike 3, gone swinging is Peterson. And the Lords 1 out away as a nice pitch here from Hannah Oak.
Yeah, one more look at it. I think it's a changeup on the inner half. Oh, look at that break. Wow, nice off speed by Hannah Oak.
Great movement as a pinch hitter coming up.
Pinch hitter Julia Brusso for Jacqueline Uchin. Uchin, it's been a little bit of a struggle at the plate. She drew a walk and finished the day 0 for 2.
So Brusso, the last chance here for the St. Clair Saints. The Lords looking to punch their ticket into the finals. 2 down. Kressler with the leadoff triple at third. She's been watching ever since with back-to-back strikeouts.
She was trying to get her squad fired up when she got to third after her big hit. But again, just the bottom half of the order has just been struggling for St. Clair.
Check swing. Call over to first. No swing. So the count moves to 2-0 as Brousseau able to hold back. Madison Barber on deck if Brousseau can keep the game going. 2-0. Upstairs, 3-0. And how big was that run back in the bottom of the 6th, because the tying run would be standing on deck.
She's getting good insurance.
3-0. At the knees for a strike. Three and 1. Hannah Oak trying to end this game. Pitch, big swing. Swinging at ball 4 was Brousseau. So 3-2. The Lords 1 strike away from moving on to the finals. Humber awaits their matchup. Here's the 3-2 from Oak. Into the dirt. Ball 4. Here comes Kressler to score, and she will come in. No damage really for the Lords as
what speed?
Kressler comes in to score. Good heads up.
Got a great read on the pass ball, and then I want to get that 40 time. She got down the line fast.
Yeah, good speed as it'll be a pinch run as Brousseau walks. And the pinch runner, Mackenzie Williamson, will come in to pinch run. So Williamson out at first for Madison Barber. She has 2 singles in the game. She needs to keep this game going with a base hit and swings and misses at that one.
And you said it, how big it was to have that insurance run. Well, now you look at it. This ball game would have been a 2-run game.
Another swing and a miss. And once again, Oak 1 pitch away from ending this one, 0-2.
She's come into this game and dominated the last 2 innings, looking very poised, very strong.
Here's the 0-2. Strike 3. Throw down to first, and that'll do it. The Durham Lords win this one by a score of 7-4 and beat the St. Clair Saints to move on to the provincial championship finals. And the St. Clair Saints will have to win at least 1 more game to get there against the Humber Hawks tomorrow morning.
Durham punching their ticket, like you said, to that OCAA final. All around, great game for the Lords. I mean, they played their hearts out in this one, looking poised all game long, and now they can sit back and patiently wait to see who they'll face between the winner of Humber and St. Clair.
Yeah, the Lords took the lead in the first inning with 2 runs and never looked back. They got 2 runs in the first and then kept it going from there. The Saints never had the lead in the game. The Lords took it early and hung on to it throughout the game. So the Lords will win this one and move on, and we'll have the Player of the Game ceremony before we wrap up
Presenting the Player
day
of the
number
Game
2.
awards is once again OCAA Vice President Matt Ferreira. The Player of the Game from St. Clair is number 13, Brianna Kressler.
So Brianna Kressler, a triple and a home run, a 2-run shot in the 5th, picks up Player of the Game for the St. Clair Saints.
Yeah, she made her impact known all game long, offensively and defensively.
From Durham
And
is
on the
number
other
9,
side,
Hannah Oak.
it's Hannah Oak. Came into the game with 2 innings, closed it out, but it was the big home run, the difference in the game.
Yeah, the 3-run shot she hit early in the game, coming into relief for 2 innings, get some big strikeouts in the 7th, and yeah, what a day of softball it was, partner.
A great day, and it's capped off by a 7-4 win for Durham. From my broadcast partner, Zach Benoit, and everybody here at HSN, we thank you for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.